stand on your feet, everybody, and you know he's awesome. You're in all of his grace. You're in all of his goodness. You're in all of his mercy. You're in all of his provision. He's great and he's greatly to be praised. Hallelujah. Come on, everybody, lift your hands as we lift our voices. Come on, say, my God is awesome.
My God is awesome.
Come on, say, he can move mountains.
He can move mountains.
Keep me in the valley.
Keep me in the valley.
Come on, say it, hide me from the rain.
Hide me from the rain.
That's it. My God is awesome.
My God is
Come on,
awesome.
heals me when I'm broken.
Heals me when I'm broken.
Strength where I've been
Strength
weak.
where I've been weak.
Forever he'll reign.
Forever he will reign.
Come on, you got it. My God is awesome.
My God is
Come on,
awesome.
say, he can move mountains.
He can move mountains.
Keep me in the valley.
Keep me in the valley.
Hide me from the rain. Has he ever
This one, very nice. You are not celebrating with me. Am I correct? I asked you to bring a red flag, everybody. I gave you my red flag, and you're not coming back with it. Tomorrow night, I want everybody under the tent to wave, particularly when he is saying why God is awesome. I want to see He's holy, protector, provider. If you mean it, look, we have said under this tent, there is no shame in Jesus Christ. If you mean it, you take a public stand for Him. I don't like my microphone. I don't like something about it I don't like. Let us pray. I don't like it tonight. I don't know why. I said it was a very good mic, but I don't see. You got to fix it something. Let us pray. Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. God bless you. Let us live out those principles in our lives. The principle of brotherly love. Principle of family. This is why in the credit union, we say this as our credit union prayer. Lesson 7. We are talking about government and politics. Government and politics. The idea of one world government has been with us for a very long time. We have had one world government for many centuries, and we'll revisit that. In our period, it has been a difficult project to pursue. But the debates are on, the discussions are on, and if you read the literature, there are volumes. In fact, the fact that technology have made us a one world people makes us ask the question. Today, we can communicate, or we are connected with all the four corners of the world, irrespective where we are. Am I speaking right? Yes. Yes. I suspect tonight somebody can see me where I am right now. And I suspect if the Navy or the Army want to take me out, they can take me out on the stage without hurting anybody else. Maybe you don't believe that, but that's a fact. That's a fact.
John.
Today, national governments are no more, except closed economy. And I don't know of any economy is a closed economy. Today, we speak of the global economy. Today, the smallest operator, the smallest business has economies of scale because services is driving everything. So the smallest industry, or the smallest operator, which was a mom and pop, it is no longer a mom and pop because it's connected to a number of service providers all over the world. We want to revisit this topic because the argument and the discussion is still right. Which will be it? Our teaching method. Every night we explore the conventional literature and we give you the Christian perspective from the Christian literature. We highlight the work of a scholar or an institution or a received view. We say this is the empirical argument, that is explanation from what we see, or the quantitative approach, or the scientific approach. And we juxtapose, we add to that the perspective of Jesus on the issue, which we refer to as the normative argument or the explanation from what we don't see but we believe. He says, happy are those who have not seen but who believe. The literature tells us it is when we put the empirical and the normative methods together, when we put the quantitative and the qualitative methods together, we approach to a greater understanding, a greater meaning in the subject matter. And every night at the end of our discussion, we ask you to make a decision on the issue. In this lesson, we highlight the debate on one world government and discuss the teachings of Jesus on the subject matter, and as drawn from him and his word, the Bible. At the end, I will show you how to get to be or to apply for global citizenship. So I asked the usher, my ushers, to give everyone a piece of paper. Everyone, every person sitting under the tent. If you don't have a piece of paper, raise your hand. Everyone must do that little exercise with me. Please, if you don't have, stand so they can see you. Is there anybody without paper? Ushers, we have people, a number of hands without paper. Go quickly. A little late tonight. I was placed on here after 8. And I want to make sure that I speak nicely, succinctly, distinctly, without rush, but yet cover the subject matter. All right. Keep your hand up so they come into you. Very good. So we begin. Our world is changing. We live in a changing world. I learned to use the phone when I was 15, 16. Today, when you buy the most sophisticated phone, you don't have to read the manual. You give it to a little child and they break it down for you and they tell you what to do. If I am right, say amen. Amen. That's right. That's to show you the changing world. Our people are on the move. It's a world where the people are on the move. In this generation is movement. That reminds me of basketball. You can only win games if you are moving, move the ball. It's going to be movement. People are crying for freedom. Yeah. People are crying for freedom. People want to be free. They want to enjoy their natural rights. People want to be free. They want to feel that they belong. They want to feel that they have something to go to. They want to be able to be free to move, to walk anywhere. They want to be able to move anywhere and walk. So that whether it is St. Lucia, Grenada, Nigeria, Australia, they want to be able to go there and work. And St. Kitts is like a microcosm of the world. Well, everybody is in St. Kitts. Everybody is in St. Kitts. And if you don't watch yourself, St. Kitts, they're going to take your place. Those from St. Lucia, they are there. Those from Grenada, they are there. Those from Jamaica, they are there. Those from Canada, they are there. Those from Jordan, they are there. Those from Australia, they are there. Every man, woman, and child love Sugar City. I ain't going anywhere. They want to be able to move so that they can buy and sell freely. People on the move. People want to be moving. Don't restrict me. Don't stop me. I'm moving on. The world, they want to live and to feel that they are a community. To the vast population, color does not mean anything. White, yellow, green, it doesn't matter. Yes, there are some that are still tribal, but by and large, the world thinks as a community. So they are calling for what? Global citizenship. They want a world passport. They want a passport that makes them go anywhere. People are killing one another. They want an American passport. They want a Canadian passport. They want an EU passport. They want a UK passport. Well, the fellows have taken it higher. They want a global passport. That is very nice ambition. But the people are afraid. They are afraid. They feel that the freedom is taken away from them. They are afraid of the government.
Oh, okay.
The very government that they vote into power, they are turning the guns onto them. They are killing them with gas, with guns, and they're killing them with unemployment. You don't support the government and they put you out. You don't like the government, you don't support the government, and they prevent you and your family from working. So in the Middle East, in India, in Asia, in the Caribbean, in North America, people are running from the very government that they elected. So, because they are afraid, a number of people in the world, millions of people have become people without a country. Did you know that? Google it. Google it. Did you know that? There are millions of people without a country. I have 2 countries. Apart from the global one that I have. Can't make me live St. Kitts. I'm a citizen of St. Kitts. I have a Kittitian passport. You can't touch me. And you will never touch me. You love me too much. You can't touch me. I have a St. Lucian passport. And my children keep on telling me, Peter, my daddy. They say daddy, they don't call me Peter. These children, they almost worship me, daddy. When they say daddy, daddy. It's very nice children. They say, daddy, when are you coming up? The American citizen. And they say, daddy, I'm tired of asking you when you're coming up. I say, I will eventually come up. But when I come, I ain't staying. They have become a boat people. Millions of people are being driven away from the country because the government are driving them out like animals. Syria. When we look at the news, sometimes I don't even want to look at the news because it is too depressing. Boats are overturning and collapsing in the water almost every day. And thousands of people are drowned because they are running for their lives.
That's right.
Look at him. He's fearful.
That's right.
Look at him, he's fearful. He's scared for his life. Why? Because he's thinking a one world government will kill us. That's what he thinks.
Yeah.
As we saw during the week, we saw that people are losing trust in government. Well, I showed you the graph. People are losing trust in teachers. And people are losing trust in doctors. They believe that the government, the teachers, and the doctors are killing them. We live in a terrible time. We got to pray that God come quickly. Bring this thing to an end that we can enjoy our full freedom. Look at the girl. She is fearful. She says, suppose it is Donald Trump that is heading the one world government. it is Vladimir Putin? She's thinking. She said we all might die. So people are fearful. So why is that? There has been no successful attempt at establishing a world government since our time or before, and since after the Roman Empire in 457 BC AD. Why is that? The people say. The people have a consensus and they have the answer. Let's read what they say. They say a world government will not bring justice, security, and benefits for all. So they fear that we don't want a world government because perhaps the country where the world government is headquarters will get more benefits. The rest, where the government is established, perhaps will get more benefit. So if it is established in South Africa, suppose the blacks will get more than the whites.
No.
You don't believe so?
No.
A friend of mine said that Mandela must have been a great man, and he was a great man, but if he did not change the economic relation, which he found was the problem, they still remain under apartheid. My view is they still are under apartheid.
That's right.
Economic.
Not on the statute book, but it is your economic relation to the assets we were talking about. If you do not have the ability, when we say somebody is demanding a good, we mean that he has an inclination for it, but he can also afford it. He must be willing in economics and able. Yep. So the people say that the reason why those attempts have not worked is because people are fearful that it will not be a government that brings justice, security, and benefit. Or we can use one word like we have been using during the week. They claim that it might be an unrighteous government. Or, to use the local parlance, it could be a corrupt government.
Right.
Or it could be a repressive government. Now, in the Bible, we don't use those words. We use righteous and unrighteous. Or we use righteous and sinful. But in our parlance, in our vocabulary, we use repressive, we use corrupt. So they have no faith in the making of a one world government. My Bible tells me, as I read the word of Jesus, that what is happening is not happening by chance.
Right.
Let me say it again. The Bible tells me the attempts that are made, whether it is West Indies Federation or CSME, or whether it is the European Union and all the other attempts, they are not just happening or fading by chance, but because it is part of the fulfillment of prophecy. It says that God has a timetable. It is accordance to God's timetable. God has a timetable. He is still in charge. And in essence, he runs things. The Bible says he moves in the kingdom of men. And by kingdom, we mean power. Daniel confirms that prophecy or that argument in Daniel chapter 2 and verse 43. Can we read together, please? You saw the iron mixed with clay, but iron and clay don't completely mix together. In the same way, the people of the fourth kingdom will be a mixture, but they will not be united as one people. So Daniel's prophecy confirmed that in the latter time, and we're going to come back to that, in the latter time, this is just an introduction, that Athens as bringing the people together, in forming a universal power, in forming a global power, will not happen because the mixture or the DNA of the people or the DNA of the society and the polity that is trying to bring this into being, they cannot mix. That's why some marriages, I think, don't work. Some people just don't mix. And the more you give tender loving care, TLC, the more the man does turn around. You are just not mixing. These two, there are some two pieces of cloth you don't put together. That's what I was told. And the Bible says that there are two pieces of cloth that we don't put together. And there are some unions that are formed, they just cannot mix. But let's get into Daniel. So it means that Brexit or the UK voting to divorce the European Union was not just an occurrence, but it was prophetic. June 23, 2016 was not just a vote. The outcome was not just the outcome of a vote, but it was prophetic. Look at them.
Yeah.
The UK, she's from the other country in the EU. They are married, they are kissing, and once they're married, they have their license, they have the right to kiss.
That's right.
Am I right?
Yes.
You have the right to drive.
Yeah.
You have a driver's license.
That's right.
Once you have your license, you drive.
That's right.
Am I right? You friend? If you cannot drive and you have your license, learn to drive. I better stop there, you know. But some people have license, they can't drive, and they're not learning to drive. Drive! So it just entered her mind, those little things to show you that she's thinking. She said, hey, but we are divorced. They're no longer married, they are divorced. What does Jesus say on the matter? He's our only voice that speaks to us in the last days. He's the authoritative voice. And everyone who speaks on his behalf. Am I right?
Yes.
So tonight and every night, I speak on his behalf. When I came to answer the question, I spoke on my behalf. Because I spoke economics. But now I am speaking the word of God. I am simply an ambassador. I can only say it is written. What Jesus says. Jesus says that he respects the law and the prophet. He made this very, very clear. And that's a fundamental problem we have in Christendom. People who preach and teach that Jesus hates the very law which we learned is his very character. Because we saw that the law is eternally righteous because its maker or giver is eternally righteous. Am I right? Yeah. So when we break the law, sin is a transgression of the law. Christ, which is the incarnate God, had to come and die because it demanded a righteous sacrifice.
Okay.
So the lamb could not do it. The pigeons could not do it. God had to give a righteous demands sacrifice. So to speak, he gave himself. And the Bible is very clear. You don't have to go to school to know that. You don't have to have no PhD to know that. So to say that the law is not good you're saying God is not good. Because you cannot differentiate the two. So hear what he says about his prophets. Let's read it together. He said, don't misunderstand why I have come. Let's stay there. What is it again? Don't misunderstand why I have come. I did not come to abolish what? I did not come to abolish the writing of the prophets. I did not come to abolish the law or the writing of the prophets. So I'm not abolishing any one of them. But what am I doing? Let's read what it says. No, I came to accomplish the purpose. Somebody say amen. Amen. Somebody say amen. Amen. Whatever is eternally righteous cannot change, because it's eternally righteous. Right. God revealed the coming of his kingdom to the king of Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar, in 606 BC in a dream. And his prophet at that time, Daniel, was there to give him the meaning, for God gave Daniel the answer. Amen. Remember, the Lord will do nothing, Amos 3:7, but reveals his secret to his who? His servants are? Prophets. That's correct. Bible must interpret itself. And God tells Nebuchadnezzar what will happen in world government. What did I say? In world government from 606 BC until the second coming of Christ. Remember we said BC means before Christ. Right. And BC means you subtract, it's finished. And then you come to AD, the year of our Lord. It means you add. And we already have done the arithmetic over and over to show us how we check it out. Let's read this thing together. He said, Your Majesty, Daniel is interpreting the dream for him. Because he couldn't remember the dream, he could not remember the dream. He threatened to kill all his advisors and so on. And Daniel said, no, stop. Because God has revealed to me. And furthermore, you could not kill all your advisors, because I would be a dead man. Right. I am also one. God intervened and gave the answer. Daniel chapter 2 verse 41 to 43 says, Your Majesty, you looked, and there before you in the dream stood a large statue, an enormous dazzling statue, awesome or frightening in appearance. The head of the statue was made of pure gold, and the its chest and arms of silver, its belly and thighs of bronze, its leg of iron, and his feet partly of iron and partly of clay. That's what Daniel was talking about before. He said that during the period in which we live, in that partly iron, that's why it was not happening. We'll come back to that though.
It cannot mix.
So God gave gave Nebuchadnezzar an understanding of who he is, why Nebuchadnezzar is a ruler of the then world at the time. It was a universal kingdom. He said, you will rule until 548 BC, because you are the head of gold. That is, Babylon will rule the world, and you can Google it, it is there. You don't have to buy a book, it's there on the net. Until that time, you will be replaced by another kingdom, which is represented by the iron, the arms and the chest. And it will last until BC 341, when it itself, that second kingdom, will be replaced. It will be replaced by a third kingdom, which is represented by the belly and the fire. And this kingdom will enjoy itself, but it will come to an end in 168 BC. God who is calling the timetable. God is calling the timetable. You may vote, you may campaign, but God is calling the timetable. You must put one party and change another party. You must change a color and put another color. God is in control. That's why I don't kill myself in these political things.
Well,
I've been here for 26 years. I've never voted. But I have my voter's card. I have my voter card, so anytime I'm ready. But they have not impressed me enough for me to go. But I always stand ready. Then he told him, this Greece, or as an empire, it will rule and it will be replaced by another empire or government that is brutal, that is merciless. Romans empire did not joke. They were ruthless. When they pass through a village, it's carnage. Just like American police and Canadian police. I hope you have learned that. I learned that the hard way in America. When you go to Canada, Bonaro, when the police says something to you, you can ask him a question. Nothing will happen to you. When you go to America, the police say, where is your ID? Just give it and shut your mouth.
I don't do that.
That's not a joke. He's not negotiating with you. You obey and you obey because he sees everyone as putting him at risk. So when they ask me, I'm driving and they say, where is it? Say, officer, I'm taking it now. I'm taking it now. Where's it? I have no other question. I have nothing. In Canada, they ask me, what's happening for this time? Why you we talk and we nice and whatever. Leave it there in Canada. Leave it there. Once you cross the border, just obey.
Sacrifice.
So this kingdom would last until the year 476 AD. And history testifies, with all the division in the Roman Empire that did happen, they did lose their power with all the different Aryan tribes effectively in 476 AD. And he said that this will be followed by a period of governments without universal power. In other words, all the universal power ended with Rome. Are you with me? It's not me, it's God that said that. And when he said it, you cannot change it. So he only gave the power that universal power would end with Rome. Those in the present time, the feet and the toes, iron and clay, it means they will be partly strong and they cannot unite. So that when Brexit decision was taken in June, it shows that even if the EU came into being with the Treaty of Rome in 1951, and although they have done very well, and a number of countries have benefited. There are 28 members now, still including Britain, because remember, Britain cannot go yet. They have to invoke Article 50. Am I right? Yes, and many of them are afraid that they're in trouble now because if they negotiate wrongly, they can become an outsider. So which means that the very Brits working in Germany automatically become an alien.
well,
That is serious, you know. That is serious. That is serious. For example, for us here, according to the free movement of labor in the OECS, because in the OECS, we have made more advancement than CARICOM. Because even the single market and economy that have come to naught. The only thing that remains is the CARICOM skill certificate. Once you have the CARICOM skill, you can move to any place. I don't need CARICOM skill because I have my passport. I don't need CARICOM skill, I have my passport.
Okay.
I'm a bona fide man. But if you go and check my passport, I still have a stamp for my CARICOM skill. I still have my stamp for CARICOM skill. But in the OECS, there's free movement. It means anybody from St. Vincent,
So free.
Grenada, Dominica, St. Lucia, Antigua, Montserrat can walk into St. Kitts.
Not China.
And unless they commit a crime, you can't kick them out. Petitions start taking a long time to understand that. And Dr. Douglas, a beautiful man, he has been explaining this thing all the time. All the time. Well, because of OECS free movement, people can come here from the OECS and you can't put them out, as long as they're not a criminal. Because of CARICOM skill certificate, people from Jamaica, from Guyana, and from Trinidad can come here. And as long as they have the CARICOM skill certificate, which is based on either they have a diploma or bachelor's or master's, or they are teachers or nurses and so on, you can't put them out. Thirdly, thousands of people have economic citizenship in St. Kitts. You also can't put them out because they are citizens. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! I know you don't like it, but that's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. So we have to understand that a lot of these people here, from Asia, from the Middle East, from the OECS, from this and that, once they are citizens, irrespective of if they are short like me, irrespective if they are different color, you have to treat them as a citizen.
Right.
Am I speaking right? Mm-hmm. And when you become citizens, you have to learn to respect the people. You don't see how I respect you and I love you? You can't be no man's man and disrespecting the man. You can't be them disrespecting the man. I have to love you. So when that thing happens, you say, "Why don't touch Peter?" Am I right? When you come to a man's country, you make friends. You don't make enemies. Why? Because all things happen in God's perfect time.
Amen.
Let's say it again. Because, why is that? Because all things happen in God's perfect time. My God, as the doctor said this morning, this evening, my God is in perfect control.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Hallelujah. It's time for our homework. Go quick, very fast. Very fast, very fast. I'm checking my watch. Go very fast. Okay, go very, very fast.
So what will you tell about it?
I have only one question for you.
Yeah, walking.
One question. One question. Why do we include Africa, the Pacific, and the Caribbean as part of the Roman Empire? Why do we include Africa, the Pacific, and the Caribbean as part of the Roman Empire when they are not Germany, they are not any of those you see there? They are not. That's okay? I can move on?
Yes.
Okay, quick. Why do we include Africa, the Pacific, and the Caribbean as part of the Roman Empire? And of course, you know how you get it right. What do you do?
Google.
And we have enough prizes for everybody. So tomorrow I expect to give about 10 prizes. That one is easy. We move on. We go back to Daniel. Remember what God showed Nebuchadnezzar. He gave him a panoramic view of government from 606 BC to who? To what time? To the second coming of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
And according to prophecy, the only thing we are waiting for now is the second coming of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
One of these days I'll do the arithmetic with you. I have been doing arithmetic with you. I showed you that the judgment began in 1844. I showed you that Christianity began in AD 27. Yes, the Bible interprets itself. The Bible interprets itself. Let's read together. Daniel chapter 2, verses 44 and 45. Let's read it slowly and distinctly and beautifully. We're coming home. I'm getting a home. At the time of those rulers, I'm getting a home. The God of heaven will establish. Now, which rulers he's talking about? He's talking about at the time of the 10 toes. And we are now in the period of the 10 toes. Because as we say, the divided kingdom is from the end of the Roman universal kingdom to our present time. And will be until Jesus comes. Okay, fine. So, Daniel says, at the time of those rulers, the God of heaven will establish what?
A kingdom
That will
never end.
It will never be conquered, but will completely destroy all those empires. Now, the word empire is there, but we can just substitute governments or powers. And then it will last for how long?
Forever.
And then he says how it will happen. He says, you saw a stone broke loose from the cliff without anyone touching it, and how it struck the statue made of iron, bronze, clay, silver, and gold. The great God is telling you, Nebuchadnezzar, your majesty, what will happen in the future. This is what he's explaining. This is the artist's impression of Daniel 2:44. This stone is cut without hands. It hit the statue on that leg. In other words, this stone represents a time that will come at that time. And seeing what we have said, although we'll interpret it in a while, this marks the end of the period that God showed Nebuchadnezzar. So this stone represents the coming of Jesus Christ.
Amen. Amen.
Let me say it again. These stones represent the coming of Jesus Christ, the setting up of God's government, which is called the kingdom of glory. It is going to be set up at the second coming of Jesus Christ, and Jesus will rule forever and ever and ever and ever.
Amen. Amen.
That's why I'm not afraid. That's why I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. All those governments that are running the people and whatever, and that are oppressing them and corrupting them, look, I have good news. This is about to end.
Amen. Amen.
What will that mean for you and me? It means for the very first time, a righteous government will be established.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah! Hallelujah! For the very first time, a government that is righteous and ruled by someone, a personality that is eternally righteous,
Amen.
will bring benefits to everyone, whether you are rich, whether you are poor, whether you are from Central Bank, whether you are from, where are you from? I understand you have dual citizenship, you know. Dutch. Whether you're from Dutch, whether I'm from St. Lucia, whether we have people here from Canada. Let me see, we have people from where? We are from UK? Anybody from UK? It does not matter. It doesn't matter what your family are, what your ties are. It doesn't matter whether things have been hard or good for you. It doesn't matter how many people have black marked your name. It doesn't matter whether you couldn't have lunch for so many days. It doesn't matter when you had problems for years and years paying your mortgage. He will bring benefits to all.
Amen.
A righteous government, benefits for all. Not benefits for red, when red is in power. Not benefits for yellow when yellow is in power. Benefits for all. Benefits for all. And not only that, that's what the doctor said tonight. this government will bring a life of perfect health and happiness for all.
Amen.
Say, behold, I make all things new. Hallelujah. And he tells us in the other prophets, death shall be no more. Doc, no more diabetes. No more obesity. No more hypertension. No more glaucoma. Look, I almost got blind. I better not say that too loud. I almost got blind last week. Somehow, they gave me the wrong medication to put in my eyes.